Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the channel. I am Nate, and this is Speech Domino Paper Crafts. And today, I wish y'all could see how perfectly that just landed. We're going to be working with a Emily Designs kit that we've been working on all week. Yep, look at there. But today, just so happens to be June 11th. The 11th, yes. And we are going to make belly bands. I know, those don't really look like belly bands right now. They're prototypes, so I could remember what kind I wanted to make. There's 3 different kinds we're going to make. So let me show you what we've got. First of all, you have to know how tall your page is. And I know my page is roughly 8 inches tall. Oh, I like this. Let's see if this is going to be tall enough. Barely. Pretty close. Okay, so this isn't going to work for any of these. Yeah, no. I like it though, so I'm going to do a 4th belly band just because there it is. So I'm going to get this one. This one. It is 8 inches tall. Is it 8 inches tall? It should be 8 inches tall. Let's see. Just under, which is fine because that's roughly what my pages are anyway. So we're going to make this first one. One and a half, and 1.5 is 3. It's 4.5. 4.5 inches wide. We're going to cut this at 4.5 inches. Okay. And then we're going to score it, but we're going to do it easily with this. I'm going to get up my little scoring tool and just line it up right here at 1 inch. No, 1.5 inches. Yeah, 1.5 inches. Or if you want, put the 3 over here. Either way, same thing. And we're going to score that. And we're going to turn it around and do the same thing. Okay, now that we have our 3 sections of 1.5 inches each, here's how we're going to do this. We're going to take and decide which one of these is going to be our front. Either this is going to be our front or this is going to be our front. And I like this one, so this is going to be our front. I must fold that over this way. Burnish it down. Take this one and fold it over that way. And burnish it down. And you'll notice there's a little bit of a deviation here where it doesn't quite line up perfectly. That's okay. That's perfectly okay. But we're going to take some glue. By the way, the glue squirting out the top like that, I just unscrewed the lid a little bit and then screwed it back on. I don't know why that worked, but it did. We're going to open this up and we're going to glue here and here. Fold it back down. And then we're going to glue here and here. And fold that down. Okay. And then what's going to happen is when you put it in your book, you're going to glue here and here to make a true belly band out of it. So it'll be on your page like so. Like so. And you'll be able to put your stuff in the middle, you know, let everybody know it's a belly band. But then you'll be able to take small things and put them right here in this pocket. Oh, nope, missed the pocket. This pocket. So that it looks like it should go all the way through, but it doesn't. It looks very small, but it's bigger than it looks. Or in this pocket. And you could glue it, either way. Doesn't really matter. You could do it this way and put this pocket on top. Doesn't matter. And I'll decorate that here in a little bit. I want to get all the bases for these made. And then we can go from there. Now, that's one. That's this one. We're going to put that aside. And then we're going to make this one. And how big was this? 2, 4, 6 inches. 6 inches. So we're going to take another piece of our fancy paper. Let's do this one. Oh, it's the same on both sides. That'll work. And we are going to grab our cutter. Again. Make sure it's roughly 8 inches, which it should be because they all come out the same, roughly. Yeah. And then cut it to 6 inches. And you can do these any size you want. I'm just copying what I already did. Okay. And then we're going to, here's the fun part. You're going to score it, but not at 2 inches. Your first score is going to be at 1.5 inches, and your second one will be at 4. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. That's what we're doing. We're going to put it right here, and we're going to score it 1.5 inches. Okay? And then we're going to take this, move it over. No, we're going to turn it around. What am I doing here? Put it there, that's not going to work. If I put it... What do I get here? Show me. 2.5. Okay, if you're doing it this way, you turn it around and you put this line that you just made at 2.5. 2.5. If you're just doing it regular, you want to score it 1.5 and 4. See? Right here we have this line that you can't see the half mark because it's all faded out. 1.5 and 4. Okay? Yeah. And then we're gonna fold this up like that. And we're gonna fold this up like that. Okay? And then we're gonna decorate it down here, but we're only gonna glue things on this side. But we're gonna glue heavy things so that it stays as flat as possible. So you have to know you can open it up and write it. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3 will be different, and then these two are just going to be standard belly band. Well, this one is just going to be a standard belly band. It's going to cover most of the page, and I'm going to decorate it. This, I'm just going to fold in half. Like so, and create a single pocket. I just really like these sizes for belly bands. I don't know why. I don't like the really super skinny ones. Like this one's about as skinny. That one's a little skinny for me, but it is what it is. So let's get some decorations going on these. I'm not going to put them in the book still yet. I know, you're disappointed. You want to see me decorate the book, but you know that doesn't come till Sunday. Calm down. Let's see, we got some tickets and tabs. Pull those out. These, we're just going to go ahead and fold, and we'll set them off to the side. They'll be fine. I have a ticket. Oh my gosh, I only have one ticket. Ah, why didn't I print more tickets? Oh well. Okay, so we have this ticket. Is going to look really smashing right here. I actually think I want to put it right here so that it's something you can pull out of the journal. Don't judge me. You know you like it. We have some labels. Let's use up a few of these labels. No, I don't know why I keep calling them labels, but I am. We're going to put on the all-seeing eye that reveals your future, because that's hilarious. So I'm just going to roughly mark this spot right here. Glue. And generally mark the width like that. Squirt on a bunch of glue. Get out a glue page, because, you know, I didn't think of that ahead of time. Don't worry, it's all dry. It will get onto our project. And then just glue down the all-seeing eye. That'll help. It's not heavy enough to keep it closed just yet. That's okay. We got more to add. Many, many more things we can add. Oh, look at her. She's a tag, but look at her. I'm gonna set her off to the side. I got plans for her. Blue flower extract. Dream vapor. Crushed bark oil. Mineral specimen. Beetle wing. What is this? Dollar collections of seeds and plants. Let's put this VHS tape one on here. I like that, I think. And we're just gonna glue that up. And kind of put it down like that. And what we may have to do is put one here, attach one over here. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do. Let's find one that would be cool for that. Elderflower in time. Conservatory record. Inspect the Oracle of the Fortuna. No. Already got something like that. How about this? Let's do that right across there like that. Maybe it should go to the middle. Yeah. We'll put it in the middle. Like that. I don't want to put too much on it and then have it, you know, glued down to both pages. You don't want that. See, that kind of helps keep it down a little. And then you can just flop it out there like that. And oh, put it back. That works. And we'll put some more stuff on it here in a minute. This one, we don't want to do too much and cover up the... Let's put the elixir on. Right there, down the middle. I don't want to cover up the fact that there's pockets, but I want them to be a little hidden anyway. Well, just fall right out, why don't you? Come on. Yep, there it went. Just like that. Press that down a little. We'll put more stuff on that. And we have this singular pocket that needs something. Move our tag to the side. I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to do it with this. Actually, we're going to take and we're going to pop that up like that. I don't have any of what I need for this, so I'm going to have to make some. Okay, so there's a really simple way to make hole reinforcers, and I'm going to show you what it is. I'm going to take this. Generally, you want to use a much smaller hole, but I don't have one handy. I'm just going to use this one. And you're going to punch a hole in the center of it. And you see this line right around? Focus. See that line right there? I'm just going to cut around that. So that is my outer circle. Generally, you can use, I believe this is a 1-inch circle in the beginning, but you want to use something like 3/4 inch or 5/8, and then cut that circle out, and then get your hole punch, your standard hole punch, and cut a circle out of the middle of that, and then voila, you have hole reinforcer of whatever flavor you like. And I'm going to do this because I put the hole in this where it showed to, and left me with a very tiny spot right there. I'm going to put it on both sides, just that side. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to glue. I'm going to glue this part. I'm just going to get my don't do that. It's leaking again. I'm going to get my stick glue. Glue there. Really well. If y'all know, you know I hate stick glue because it's horrible. It almost never sticks like it's supposed to. Okay, we got that. Now the other tags. I have more tags. Now I'm putting it on this because I don't want to stick it directly to the page yet. But the whole point behind this is a tag belly band is that you just put a bunch of tags on the page, down the page, and then that creates the belly band, just all the way down the page, however you want to do them. Saving that for something else. All this Alice stuff, I'm going to create an Alice journal eventually. And I want that stuff for that. And I'm just going to do that like that. That's how I'm going to do mine. Don't you wish you could see it? That's how I'm going to do mine. You can do, you know, place them however you want. You can put more down there. That's up to you. That's just how I'm going to do mine. And you do that generally on the page. But again, I don't want to put them on the page just yet. Not ready for that step. That's a commitment too far this early in the week. You're saying, early? It's Thursday. And you're right. But it's not Sunday. So neither. I do the decorating for these on Sunday. No. See, this went up way further than I glued, which is fine. I can always come back and add more glue. And this one is here. I know I'm like a first grader putting on glue. It's everywhere and sticking to me and just all over the place. That's okay. This one, we're gonna put right here a little bit. And then this one is gonna go here to kind of cover that up. And then because I have this tiny little spot here, we're just gonna add one like that. And yes, I know I have tiny little spots there and there too. That's okay. It's my belly band. You do yours how you want. I will get some focal points on there when I pull out the, things that get the focal points. Fuzzy cuts, those. Okay, this. We're going to scoot it over here a little. This can actually still be used. See, it's still a perfect circle. It's just got a hole cut out of the middle. So I'm going to put notes and endorsements, and I'm going to put it actually over the top. It's sat, now it's dried. So there we go. Just like that. Can you come back here? I wasn't ready for that. Just over the top. So that it's like a little tab also on that page. What else we got? I've got the fortune teller, conservatory record, conservatory. I don't know. Conservatory. That's how I pronounce it. Okay, and then those are all gonna go back in the doot. But for right now, they are not in the doot. Let's get the next piece, which is Fussy Cuts. Come here. Oops, those are extra bags. I don't need extra bags. Let's get, actually, give me a journal card or two to kind of round this out some. Because this doesn't have any pockets or anything, it's just decorative. Which is fine. Decorative's good. Oh look, winged insect. Okay. We'll do that. Just like that. So, blow that up. Start with this one. Really? Just that quick? I know better than to let this thing sit for more than 3.5 milliseconds. But here we are. When I'm not working on camera, I hold the bottle upside down while I'm gluing things on. And you're thinking to yourself, how are you holding the bottle upside down when you're gluing things on? Because we can see both your hands. Well, I just hold it like that in my mouth. If you want to be grossed out by that, you're welcome to. But it's my glue bottle. Nobody else touches it. Because everybody else in the house is has been threatened with the removal of every single hair from their body with tweezers if they touch my glue bottle. And I think some of them are scared of that. Because nobody touches my glue bottle. I mean, nobody goes in my office, really. Except for the youngest, but, you know, she's only a year and a half old. And, you know how the fuzzy ones get when they're a year and a half old. And if you're confused by that statement, she's a dog. It's a Chihuahua. Even the cat doesn't come in here anymore. She used to, but she stopped when I started spraying her in the butt with a spray bottle. I think that's what I'm going to do to that. I may put some more later, but I don't know. I kind of like it. What I should have done, though, what I can't do now is go with these corners, but I can do these ones. And I guess I can come back with my scissors and pretend I know how to round a corner. And when I say pretend, I really mean it, because that was horrible. Good night. That was better. Yeah. Okay, that one, and then we got this one that needs a focal point. Looky there, I found us a focal point. And we're just gonna add some foam tape to his back. Keep him popped up a little bit. That's Shakespeare, I believe. And then y'all are all laughing at me in the comments going, no, that's Poe. No, I'm pretty sure that's Shakespeare. I could be wrong. Like, it is a Halloween, well, ish kit. But, yeah, no, that's not Poe. I'm thinking Poe had a different hairstyle. Poe had, like, yeah, that's Shakespeare. I don't see Shakespeare's picture as often as I see Poe, so that's why I was half confused. And that'll give you something to look at there. Let go. This one, I want to put some more stuff in the pockets, so that you're not just, you know, confused. I'm gonna round this. That gnat is still here. It's just one. It's driving me crazy. And I checked the kitchen. There's nothing bad in there. Maybe there was while I was on vacation and nobody wanted to tell me or something. I don't really know. I've given up trying to figure these people out. You know how it is when you live with roommates. So, do that. I could put this tag here. It just doesn't look right anywhere you go. I could put some more labels up and down it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put more labels up and down it. Keep getting distracted by this stupid gnat. I'm going on a hunt after this video, and I'm going to kill that thing. It only wants to bother me when I'm in the middle of a video. I don't know why, but that is the only time it comes out. I need something at the top. Something small-ish. And I don't want to use the inspected tag, but it's right there looking at me. No, because that kills that. Pardon me. Yes, and that could be a little bit of a tab at the top too. Okay, so my microphone cut out, and you can see that I'm just still decorating that little tab piece right there. I'm going to do my best to kind of keep up and let you know it's almost exactly what I said, and I don't have any idea what I'm saying right there. I think I need another piece at the bottom. Yeah, that'll do, maybe. Will that one do? Did I decide that? Yeah, I decided that one would do. But first I have to glue this one down. I can't remember every single thing because 3 seconds after it's out of my head, I tend to forget like a goldfish. But here we are. I'm not long after recording this video, so I should remember something, right? Get that all glued down, and then we're going to get this glued down a little bit and kind of stick it down the middle there. And I'm not going to put another focal piece on this because I kind of like it the way it is. It's cute, right? I like it. And then I'm just going to stick some more of those things in there. And you kind of can't tell that there's a pocket. It just looks like, you know, bits and pieces underneath of the tag. I mean, the belly band. And that way, it just is what it is, right? Yeah, I think that looks good. I like that. Let's see what else we can do here. We put this in there. Slide that in. And yeah. Okay, so that one's done. Set it off to the side. And let's see what we can do for this one. Still kind of sticks up there at the top. And it's starting to stick up a little at the bottom. So I might need something. Let's see what we got in the way of fussy cuts here that we can use, because I haven't used any fussy cuts. Oh, here's a hand. We got the palmistry lady up there that can reach. Oh, not there. Oh, let's put it here. Yes. Yes. But maybe y'all should do a little more thinking than I did, because you'll notice that I'm gluing this down, and because I have the memory of a goldfish, you'll probably notice something I didn't notice until later on. Let's see if you can spot it. So we're just going to put glue on the fingers and on the thumb and glue it right here. Did you spot the problem yet? I didn't. I'm just going to press that all down, and then I'm going to put something here. Something here to keep it held down. This little 5 looks like it'll work. Let's do that. Yeah, that'll fit nicely right there. And we'll just glue that on. A little more than halfway, because I don't want a whole barrier to entry to getting into this thing. So we'll just glue it on about like that. And then we'll check to, oh wait, oh, I found it. I have to pull up these fingers because I glued it down to the piece that wasn't glued to the other side, and I have glued it shut. Yep. So that's why you got to do a little more planning than I do, so you don't glue it shut. Yeah. So I'll just peel up all the fingers. It's just it didn't go as planned. That happens. So we're not gonna stress it. We're not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna let it go as it does. And I'm cutting off the pinky finger, and I'm gonna have to just glue it down as is. And then I'm gonna cut a notch out of the palm to fit it where I think it should go. And get that tag kind of working a little better again. Maybe. Hopefully I can get that tag working a little better again. But I'm going to glue these fingers back down here. Yeah, just like that. And get that glued down. But now this won't stay shut. I like how it's got the little goo, like the fingers are leaking onto the top, like the oil from the fingers is coming up. But when you go to open it, you have to, it's not going to work because it's just too flappy now. Because I had to pull the other stuff off of it. It doesn't work like I want it to. This is me trying to pretend that it still works right here. Here in a second, I'll decide that it really just does not work. Because it doesn't. There's just nothing you can do about it. It does not work. So we're just going to rip that off of there. And there it goes. Gently, gently. Okay. And then we're going to glue this pinky down a little better because that was part of the problem. And then we got to stick the top back in. But let's find something to put there. We got this, but that's a little small. I don't really like that for that. No. What about this? Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. We could use that. Yeah. This one would look good, but it would cover up too many things. So we're just going to stick with this, and we're going to glue it a little further back so it doesn't spend as much of itself on covering up the other page. Like it's mostly on the page the bottom page, not the top page. Yeah. That should make it a little easier. Just get that glued down real good. And there we have it. We got that set in place. It just opens up like so. And then when you close it up, you just got to be a little careful. Get everything stuck together right. Alrighty. And then we're just going to trim a little bit off this palm. Make it a little easier to close. Alright. And there we go. We've got it all set up. And that's where we're going to end it for today. So I hope you had fun and enjoyed this video a little bit. I hope you go and check out all the creators' Facebook groups because that's where you're going to find that creator's freebies. Make sure you're checking in that creators group. They're not all in one group this year. Go to each creator's Facebook group to get their freebies. And definitely make sure you're following along with the hop so you can get the tokens and so you can maybe win you a prize. You know, it's also just really fun to do. And you get to see all kinds of new creative things. So, with that in mind, yeah, I hope y'all had fun, and I will